most lovely, thin blue, white, and green kaftan. The only article of clothing I ever want to wear in the summer. I kept my brown and beige sun hat on my head to keep the sun from my eyes and face. I wore my peach and blue one-piece bathing suit. It has ruffles around the bosom and a couple of crisscross straps on the back, similar to a corset. My butt cheeks slightly hang out of the back, just enough to feel scandalous and youthful. I took my sandals off after walking through the pine, mossy forest to my favorite swim spot at the falls. A huge boulder comes out from the woods to meet the river. Specks of mica litter the stones on the riverbed. That, coupled with the glistening speckles of sunlight, leads the imagination toward magic. I'm happy here, really happy. This is one of my soul places, and I had it all to myself. How remarkable. My bare feet walked from the top of the boulder down the slopes to the scooped out lounge that fits my butt and back perfectly, right on the river's edge, surrounded by tall pines and ancient stone beams that line the river and the waterfalls. One dragonfly encircled me several times. Back and forth it flew as if communicating with me. My heart's eyes were communicating with it. As I looked off into the distance, I saw yet another dragonfly, gleefully sailing across sky and water. They are magnificent creatures. I've jumped into the icy cold water 3 times. I started my time with eating half of my almond butter and cranberry jalapeno jam sandwich and a few tortilla lime chips. I wrote in my journal and then swam. I put my sun hat and cover-up back on while still wet from swimming and read from one of the 3 books that I brought with me, Romancing the Ordinary. Piece of the carob nibs that I brought, as if I were a queen being pampered by immeasurable pleasures. Then I carefully walked to the edge of the boulder where another scooped out ledge had created a step to go down into the water. I love the feeling of the rough stone on my soft, bare feet. It reminds me a bit of the sidewalk around city pools that scuff up and hurt your toes if you're not careful. It feels better than that, but reminiscing of those summer days as a child. The water felt less cold each time I lowered myself into it. I walked across the sparkling mica to the river's edge and stepped on a different corner of the large, giant boulder. There are little stepping pads like a ladder that lead me through enchanting plant life and trees that are streamed with usnea, and back up to the top of the boulder where my sandals sit waiting for my beach day to be done. I walked past the chatty squirrels and made my way down to the slopes of the boulder back to my lounge. There, my beach towel, picnic, and book bag lay relaxed into a most romantic disposition, again as if waiting for my arrival. When my skin would feel on fire, and once my body was dry from the previous swim, I'd do it all over again, each time picking up a different book, and this time picking up I Capture the Castle. I'd read a chapter before going back into the river, and then maybe I'd read 2 chapters before going back again. Even now, as I'm writing this, dry and feeling scorched, I'm about to do it all over again. I felt while still wet from my last swim that I'd eat the other half of my sandwich and finish my cold passion fruit, orange, and guava kombucha before jumping back in. The scooped out ice cream boulder where I was lucky enough to spend my day had little pockets where mysterious tiny plant life has seeded itself and grown into tiny gardens. Right next to me is one single bluette flower leaning toward me as if to get a peek of what I am reading and writing, or perhaps a crumb off my sandwich. There are ferns, lichen, and many other types of greenery shooting out from different cracks and arches, nooks and crannies among this island oasis. I've been in the water 4 times already, and each time I feel a little braver. I feel more open and comfortable with each passing hour, slowly becoming one with the landscape. What a delight. A little water bug had made ripples, concentric circles that enticed my eyes and imagination. The sunlight and the waves ripple these light waves across the rocks that line the river bottom. I felt the stones and the boulders were alive, and one directly below me resembles a dolphin. And an old guardian stands alert. He's been smiling today, and I feel he oversees the area with such pride for his home. I'm sure he has seen, heard, and felt much throughout his long life, and I can only imagine the stories that he holds.
Thank you for the journey that takes us deep inside. I know we hold the same line as we ride.
This summer has been slow, sensual, and savory. I've mostly been devoted to slow, conscious, and sensual living, blessing my joy, health, home, career, and fully embracing each new day. I've gone to the falls several times, each time different and equally pleasurable. Whether my daughter, husband, friend, or I'm alone, it's a magical place that holds special powers. I can feel it.
I'll stay close to you. Stay close to me. These hooks are gonna hold us. Surely you'll fall.
One day, while enjoying the day there with my husband, there was a chatty squirrel that was sitting up in a pine tree eating a pine cone. I asked if I could take a video, and if it would be so kind to let me, I would go grab my phone. This adorable squirrel was not shy and allowed me to take as many photos as I wanted, and continued to come back again and again, just like me jumping in the icy cold river. I looked over to see what the squirrel was eating, and to my amazement, it was eating a red rusula mushroom. That's one of the mushrooms in my mushroom medicine oracle decks and one of the photographs that I sell. Watching this little squirrel eat a mushroom brought me so much delight, the kind of delight I feel when seeing and spending time with babies and children. Immeasurable delight.
Back in love again, back in love again, back in love again. Wouldn't take much, just a little to swing us near, so we can reach each other. Your eyes are the kind of blue forever I could gaze into. If we lose our grip, you're the only one I wanna forget. Back in love. Back in love again, back in love again, back in love again. Oh, back in love again, back in
Each time I venture out and go for a swim, I hang my wet sun hat, bathing suit, and cover up, my beach towel and beach blanket on the clothesline that hangs from our porch. The sight of this brings me much delight too, for it hangs as proof that I have been embracing and enjoying the fun and magic of summer. May whatever season we find ourselves within hold some simple joys for each of us to witness and enjoy. That is my wish for all of us. Summer blessings, friends, and I'll see you again next time.